So today is our last day here at the Hyatt Lost Pines. Highly recommend it. Even if you're not from Texas, I think it's worth traveling to if you don't want to travel to the Caribbean. You get pretty much all the same amenities as going to the Caribbean. The pool activities and all of the other activities for kids are worth it.
Alright, so we're now made it outside. Very big property, so there's a playground right there. And then the pool is behind the trees right here. This is the restaurant over there. Really nice looking property. This is the main fire pit area where the s'mores are gonna happen later tonight. And yeah, there's the pool right there. Seems pretty quiet right now. There's also a golf course that is attached to the property. And there's a driving range practice facility. The driving range apparently is free. So I did bring a couple golf clubs just in case I wanted to go hit a few golf balls or something.
Regarding the pools, there is a lazy river. It is not heated. And there's also a water slide. That pool is also not heated. But the kiddie pool, the wade-in pool, everything else is heated. And the hot tub, obviously. This is the pool I was mentioning. It's heated, like kiddie pool area. But the pool on the other side, where the water slide goes into, is not heated.
Nice.
And there is a restaurant right there where I'm probably gonna get a couple snacks.
Yeah, it's really big actually. Bigger than I thought. They also have a splash pad right here. This is the restaurant back there. This is pretty nice in case you guys forgot stuff. They have all the sunscreen and aloe and all that here too. Are you ready to go swimming? Oh, we're gonna go swimming. And there's a slide. I think maybe Papa and you can go down. Yeah? It's lunchtime in the water. We got a couple burgers. We got a bowl of fries. Burgers are like $12 or $13, I think, something like that.
Yeah, 13.
13 or 12, 13, 14, not bad. I mean, we're being at Poolside and everything. And then Avery's also eating fries and chips. Yeah, really nice. So far, it's been really nice because it's so far quiet. I think people are starting to kind of get here. So, but this pool, I will say, is very good for Avery because it's like a shallow entrance and she can go pretty far into the water where she can still stand. So it's a lot easier to kind of watch her play in the water without having to just carry her all the time.
Here we have the lazy river and then the adult pool. You can see it's adults only. The tubes are complimentary. Hi Avery, are you having fun?
Good.
Where are we? At the pool?
Devil.
Review the pool area over here. Very nice, very good for younger kids because they have like lots of areas where there's pretty shallow, so that's good. Spent about an hour and a half at the pool. Now we're gonna go check out the animals. They should be at the front drive. There's like a longhorn and alpacas and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. No animals in the front drive.
Animals were not there and nobody could figure out why. I asked the front desk.
Maybe the animals are tired today. So we're just out here by the fire pit, just kind of hanging out. Forgot.
Somebody didn't do their job.
But we're just on these rocking chairs, just hanging out. So. Melissa actually had to go to dinner early because
there is a fantastic restaurant here called Sushi by Scratch. I think they have about 6 locations throughout the US, but it's 16-piece omakase plus dessert for I think $165, and they charge an automatic 20% gratuity. But very creative sushi. I'm so blown away. I've eaten a lot of sushi.
Well, especially because we're not like anywhere near the ocean at all.
Yeah, no, they flew in the fish from Japan, Korea, Canada, New Zealand, Vancouver.
Oh, so that explains kind of the price too.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sushi by Scratch. They open reservations exactly 1 month before your date, so it's a rolling reservation system. There were only 10 people there, so we could all talk to each other, but everyone was from out of state.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they heard like this sushi was so good, so they all got reservations right when it opened.
But they're staying at the hotel.
No, they're not staying in the hotel.
Wait, they're not staying at the hotel at
They're
all?
staying in Austin, and they take an Uber here.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, this place is what, probably 30 minutes at least from,
From
like,
downtown
Austin. More, probably maybe more.
That's without traffic.
Yeah, true. And that's a decent price Uber. But anyway, so Melissa had that by herself because she could only find one seat because of the reservation system. So Avery and I ate at the main restaurant. I got ribs, Avery got pasta. She ate quite a bit of my ribs and she ate a lot of my sausage, surprisingly. She was hungry for sure. She ate a lot, a lot of pasta, like 2 full, like big pieces of sausage too.
Papa.
Yeah, were you hungry? So hungry. But now we're gonna get probably ice cream, but then the main event is s'mores in a second. Ooh, fun. Thank you. Whoa, Avery, here's.
Oh, do you have gluten-free graham crackers? Yes.
All right, we did all of our s'mores. They do have gluten-free crackers too, so good for them. Can really mess up a s'more.
Take a bite?
Mmm, yummy. S'mores were a big hit. Avery ate almost an entire s'more, right? Pretty much. So we'll see how nighttime goes in a little bit. So she really didn't take a nap today, so I'm surprised she's still like kicking. Yeah, because you're a crazy girl. But yeah, they have 2 fire pits.
It looks like that main one is the only one
Yeah.
where they do s'mores.
So we were thinking this other fire pit, they would do s'mores as well, but I guess it's only the main fire pit that's by the front lobby from the entrance. This resort is definitely really nice. Very like family focused, very kid friendly. There's so many kids just running around, all ages, like from babies to maybe like 10, 11, 12-year-old. I think it's definitely something we'll be back to visit again soon. You want a pet? You can pet him.
Mommy, I want to right here. Mom.
Let's talk about the food options here. This is not an all-inclusive, so there are a number of restaurants, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think breakfast is only served at
Is that like H&H restaurant or something?
Heartwood House or something.
Yeah.
You could do a la carte or a buffet. If you choose to do the buffet, I think it's $35 a person. Because I'm globalist, our breakfast is comped, but it's not cheap. So that's breakfast, or you could, there's like a little market where you can buy like pastries and stuff.
Just overall, prices here are on the high end. 1 drink, 1 cocktail, we got pina coladas, and they were $17 each. So definitely on the higher end, even for like a nice resort, that is on the high end.
So your lunch options is Mavericks, the Poolside. There's like a barbecue truck, also Poolside. Pizza from the market. I think that's it. And then for dinner, you have, I think Mods is also open. Mods is the bar, but their food options are very limited. For dinner, you also have Mods, which is the bar. You have Mavericks. There's fine dining upstairs. It's called Stories. There's a fantastic sushi restaurant. It's called Sushi by Scratch. You have to make a reservation because they only have 10 seats. But probably the best omakase of my entire life. And I am not exaggerating. It's not traditional sushi. It's very creative and inventive. They use a fish that you're used to, like king salmon, toro, unagi, all of that, but they just had a different spin on it. I tried to get Alan a reservation for tonight, but it's all sold out because he was being wishy-washy about committing to it until I told him I had the best evening of my life there. That's what made him say, okay, let's go, let me do it. And then it's all sold out. So anyway, what I'm getting to is the food options here. We just had dinner at Mods out on this deck here. The ambiance is very nice. They had a live musician, so that was nice. But we both got an order of lamb chops. We got 3 lamb chops. They're tiny. They're like this big. For
Probably
$25.
well, it's $25, but I'm trying to think of the portions. How much actual like meat you got? It's probably 4 ounces. 4 to 5 ounces of actual like lamb chop.
Here.
So small.
So needless to say, we weren't full. So what I did was I went back to Mavericks and ordered a kid's salmon. Let me show you this kid's salmon. It's adult size. Like the salmon was bigger. Came with broccoli and potatoes, which I subbed for French fries, but $10. I think the hack is you just get kids meals to go. That's my tip if you don't want to spend a fortune on food.
So kind of the thing to do is you have dinner and then everybody's basically out on this, what they call the backyard. This is like artificial turf section. They do s'mores all the way in the back in the fire pit. And then they have movie night out here every night at 8 o'clock. So they set up the outdoor screen right here every day. And Melissa and I were just kind of talking about this resort. It has like a much more like just chill feel. Like no one's really super dressed up. People are like maybe in like a polo and shorts or like a little simple dress or something like that, but not super dressed up at all. It's like just really chill because it's mostly families, and I don't think the adults really have that much time to really like get fancy and dress up and all that. That's probably why it's also like more chill because they're tending to all the kids.
So today is our last day here at the Hyatt Lost Pines. Highly recommend it. Even if you're not from Texas, I think it's worth traveling to if you don't want to travel to the Caribbean. You get pretty much all the same amenities as going to the Caribbean, except it's not an all-inclusive and the food is pricey, so that's the downside. But the pool activities and all of the other activities for kids are worth it.
Eating Avery's leftover chicken tenders.
We are back home now. It was only a 2-hour and 15-minute drive from Hyatt Lost Pines back to our house, but I was reminded that I wanted to just kind of go over how we pay for most of our travel these days. We've accumulated a rather large amount of points. So we pretty much pay for all of our travel with points and miles. As you may know, I have the highest status with Hyatt, which is called Globalist. We get a lot of perks with that. But Hyatt has the best redemption value of the hotels, in my opinion, and amongst the points and miles community. I booked a standard king room for 25,000 points a night. We stayed 2 nights, so 50,000 points. And then I'm not exactly sure how much that would cost in dollars, but we got upgraded to a junior suite and I did look up how much that costs. It's about 800 plus a night, and I'm sure more depending on if it's a holiday weekend or something. Incredible value for us. So we will start sharing more of our points and miles journey on upcoming vlogs, so keep a lookout for that. And I'm just gonna end it there.
yeah, we had a great time at the Hyatt Lost Pines, and we'll probably be back.
I do wonder though, you can see the lake back there, then you can see all the mountain views. If you lived here, do you just kind of like, is it just you get used to it and you don't even notice the mountains anymore, or do you still get impressed and you're like, okay, I live in a really nice place? I would